Retirement crisis in America due to Social Security benefits not keeping pace. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Megan Henney titled, Social Security benefits are falling short. The problem could soon get worse. The author of this article referenced new research published by the Senior Citizen League, which revealed that Social Security benefits have lost 20% of their buying power since 2010. On average, payments for retired workers would need to rise by $4,440 per year or $370 per month to compensate for that lost value. The study confirms that prices older consumers are paying have outstripped cost of living adjustments, leaving many on the edge of financial distress. Well, my friends, I hate to hear about this. There are countless Americans who rely on Social Security income to survive. Unfortunately, that is all the income that some people have. Many didn't work for an employer that provided a lifetime pension, and they weren't able to save for retirement on their own. This is a problem that I believe will get worse as time goes on. Let me explain. Young people today are starting life during a period of high inflation. Visit a job site like Indeed sometime. Look at what entry-level jobs are paying, and then look at what jobs targeted at people with experience are paying. Many of the hourly rates or annual salaries are not going to be enough for people to pay sky-high rent, pay for a car, especially since the average new car price in America is close to $50,000 these days, and used cars aren't much better. Some dealers are selling junk for crazy amounts of money. Then, people have to worry about paying for a smartphone and the plan to go along with it. Then there's medical, which isn't cheap. My point is, many people don't have any money left over to save for retirement, especially if they have student loans that they have to pay. Even people with decent salaries are living paycheck to paycheck in our current economic reality. However bad the retirement crisis is today, I believe it could be far worse in the future. It's truly unfortunate to hear about Social Security benefits losing their buying power. I get it though. I'm appalled by how much some companies are charging for goods and services. Sometimes I scratch my head and wonder who can afford all this. Getting back to the article, the author said between 2010 and 2024, Social Security benefits have risen by about 58% thanks to cost of living adjustments, but the cost of most goods and services purchased by the typical retiree rose 73% during that same time period. Here are my thoughts. This is probably why I keep reading about retirees going back to work. Some can't afford to survive on the income that is coming in anymore. This is okay when the economy is decent, but what is going to happen if and when our economy takes a turn for the worse and unemployment spikes? All of these retirees who need to go back to work are going to be competing with everyone else who needs a job that just got unemployed. And then they will all be competing with new people coming out of high school and college. Now here is some interesting data. In the 1990s and early 2000s, about 60% of Social Security cost of living adjustments beat the inflation rate, while in the 2010s, only 40% did. Through the 2020s so far, just one cost of living increase, a record 8.7% bump in 2023, has done so. Let that sink in for a moment. That is pretty depressing. We don't appear to be on the right trajectory. I worry this may not be sustainable in the future. In my opinion, more people are going to need to make sacrifices and take matters into their own hands. They are going to need to cut out niceties in life to save more money for retirement. This is not going to be fun, but I think it is the prudent thing to do. I want the best for everyone. I just think people need to buckle down and get serious about saving for retirement before it's too late. It can be a hard world, and you better be prepared for a time when you may not be able to work anymore. Getting back to the article, the author said more than 1/4 of all non-retired investors said they would likely be forced to return to the workforce at some point due to inadequate savings if they were to retire within the next 12 months, and 19% doubt they will ever save up enough to retire. This is all according to data from a nationwide survey. Well, my friends, that sounds pretty grim to me. I think high schools need to start doing a better job teaching about financial literacy and getting young people to think about retirement even though it is decades away. People stand a better chance at retiring with financial security if they start young when time is on their side. I'm still appalled that a financial literacy course is not required for high school graduation in many states here in America. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on yahoo.com, put out by the New York Times, and written by Christina Caron, titled, "Kids, a growing number of Americans say no thanks." According to the author, 47% of those younger than 50 without children said they were unlikely to ever have children, an increase of 10 percentage points since 2018. This is according to the Pew Research Center. What I found interesting was a section of the article where the author said survey respondents indicated not having kids made it easier for them to afford the things they wanted and make time for their interests and save for the future. Now, some people might interpret that first part as being selfish. I'm talking about having money to afford the things they want and making time for their interests. But I think the last part is reasonable, where respondents said it allows them to save for the future. I think there are people right here in America who have nothing saved for their future because their kids have been so expensive. Some would do it all over again because they love their children. Others may have some regrets, especially if they find themselves out on the sidewalk in a tent or in the basement of their kid's home someday because they never were able to save for retirement. If you know you are going to be a low earner because of the type of career that you have and you don't anticipate that ever changing, you may really want to think twice before having children since they can be expensive. I don't think that is going to change in the future. I suspect raising children is only going to get more expensive. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.